I have told you that salvation is not a change of habit, but salvation changes your habit. Your habits never change because you are saved. Your habit changes because you are walking in the world. Your habit changes because you are walking in the world. You don't stop being angry because you got born again. And some of you, that's your dilemma. How can he say he's born again and he's full of anger like that? You don't stop getting angry because you're born again. But because you got born again, now you have self-control. Because you're born again, now you have self-control. Now you can walk in the spirit and not gratify the desires of the flesh. If people change instantaneously because they are born again, then there will be no verbs in the epistles. The epistles are full of verbs because people don't instantaneously change after they're born again. And those verbs in the epistle, you have walk, do, put away, refuse, resist, walk in, walk away, flee, run from. Which means the verbs are action words you have to take. It is the taking of those action words that changes your behavior. But you can be born again and retain your old habits till you start to look at yourself in the right light. You are not walking in the light for God to accept you. Don't miss that. You are not walking in the light for God to accept you. God has already accepted you. You are now a son in the family of God. I'm not living right so that I avoid hell. The gospel is not the fear of hell, and the gospel is not escape from hell. Primarily, the gospel is you becoming a daughter and a son of God's family. I avoided hell 2,000 years ago when Jesus died and rose from the dead. I am living right today to glorify Christ. The moment Christ is not in my conduct but is for me, and what people say or not say, and I'm acting just to make people happy or make people think I'm a Christian, it is called self-righteousness. And self-righteousness is filthy rags before God. That word filthy rags is what actually the Bible, the right word for it in the original Hebrew is menstrual cloth. Menstrual cloth. The cloth women use during their period that takes all the death. That cloth, the way it smells and stinks, that's how when you are self-righteous, you smell before God. When you're always bragging, I'm a good guy, I do good things, I don't do bad things, I'm just a moralist, I'm correct. God will just it's filthy rags. The only thing that qualifies before God is the righteousness of Christ. That's why Paul will say, and be found in him, not having my own righteousness, but the righteousness which is of faith in Christ Jesus. So you know a believer by the Spirit. So henceforth know we no man after the flesh. So our birth is spiritual. Please don't miss that. Look at John chapter 3 verse number 8. John chapter 3 verse number 8. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh, and whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit. We read it last week after Jesus spoke of the new birth. And that word new birth is the Greek word anagenua. A-N-A-G-E-N-O-A. Anagenua. We are born anew. Anagenua, or born from above. Born again is not a second birth. It's a unique birth. It's a spiritual birth. That word again is a Greek word for anagenua, to be born anew, to be born from above. The word again is the word anew. That is born outside this physical realm. That is, you are born out of the flesh, not from the flesh.